Let's have a look. There we go. Let's press that button on the side. Let's breathe in.
Thanks.
Just tilt it down a bit because you got a lot of sky and not much beast there.
I know.
It's a male championship. First prize at there. First prize.
Yeah, must be. I'm not doing results down here because it's too wet, so I've no idea what the results are.
You can walk away from here and leave that and go and look at the numbers.
Okay, good morning and welcome back with us. I'm sorry for all the technical difficulties this morning. We are fighting the weather conditions here in Harrogate today, but hopefully we're with you for the duration now. So apologies, you're joining us now with the male championship. Oh gosh. Our judge today is Mr. Tunney from Cheshire. Bless him, when he got the invite, I'll bet he was hoping for something. A nice day out. Tweed jacket, Pims on the lawn maybe. Instead he's got biblical rain. But we're here and we're enjoying the show today. And this is us now in the male championship.
4, 14, 15.
4. Yeah. Okay, so apologies again. We've had a bit of a mare this morning. But thank you for joining back with us. Third time lucky today. And you're joining us for the male championship. So the winner of the first class was Miss Angus with Oakmoor Boss. And that was a Y generation bull. And then in the second class our winner was number 14, Mr. Hodge, with Rules Means Pedro. Z generation. Bearing in mind this year is letters A. Back to the start of the alphabet again.
Cheshire, stand forward. Number 14, Rules Means Pedro, as the male champion, and that's forward there. Oakmoor Boss and Mrs. Slater as the reserve male. That's number 14, Rules Means Pedro, Mrs. Hodge is the male champion. And number 4, Oakmoor Boss and Mrs. Slater as the reserve male champion.
So our male champion there was number 14 from Mr. Hodge, Rules Means Pedro. And reserve male champion this morning, number 4 from Miss Angus, Oakmoor Boss. Just to update you on that third class, so that was the class before the male championship. We also had number 18, which is from Mr. Colville, and that was Oakmoor Kingston, so he was also competing for that male championship. So congratulations there to Mr. Hodge. Rules Means Pedro has a sire of Blaylock Prince Camelot, sorry, and the dam was Rules Means Princess, and that was the V generation. So we've got Catherine Lawrenson just taking some photos here at the moment from Catherine McGregor Photography. We work quite closely with all the photographers here, and we're all braving the elements together today. If you're interested in any of the photos and to see some of the photos from judging, check out their website later in the week. Admittedly, if I was a cow this morning, I don't think my ears would want to go forward either. Want to be getting back to the shed in express time. Okay, your reserve male champion there. So that was Oakmoor Boss Y, and the reserve male champion was sired by Wedderley Osprey, and the dam was Oakmoor Beauty, and that was a U generation cow. So your male champion was March 2023 born, and your reserve male champion April 2022. Again, if you haven't been to the Yorkshire Show, this is this is not typical of what the weather you would find at the Yorkshire. We're usually spoiled. I'm sure our comeuppances come eventually. But we are usually spoiled with the weather. If you ever fancy a trip over, it is a delightful show to visit. Quite strong cattle entries and sheep entries here, but also a pig section, which we don't have a lot of in the UK at some of the major shows. So, for example, I don't believe the Highland Show has a pig section. The Royal Welsh may have a pig section. I don't think it's as large, but here is a big pig section, and it's a great spectator area, the pig area as well, so that is quite interesting. They also do butcher's lambs, and if you go further into the main show, there is a nice big Ferris wheel. They have a fantastic food hall. They have a honey competition here as well for best honey. And then the army also come and join and run some entertainment in the some assault courses for children. There's also a countryside alliance area for hunting, shooting, fishing, interests. So there's a wide variety, and that's on top of your shearing and food demonstrations as well. So they have such a variety of stuff at the show here. I think all of the great shows, or the four big hitters in the UK. There's 4 of the main shows, and they all give something different. If you went to all 4, you would find different things in every place, which is really what we want.
It was Gary and Ramsbush, Mrs. Ross, exhibit number 439.
Of course, for the ladies amongst us, there's some fantastic shopping at the Yorkshire as well. And I believe I might need some waterproof leggings this afternoon, because I think these ones are going to be soaked through. Maybe a new pair of boots. Okay, so we're now just moving into Class 5, which is heifer born in 2022.
Born 1st of September 21 to 31st of August 22.
Oh, apologies. No, we're cow in milk or calf born before, in calf or born before 1st of January 2022. Apologies. My catalogue is getting stuck together on this end. So that's Class 4, cow in milk or in calf, born before 1st of January 2022. We'll go 2 entries forward. 23, just coming past your screen at the moment, from Mr. Atkinson. That's Oakmoor Princess Caroline. And 2022 in front of the judge just now. And that's from Messrs Evans, Tree Bridge, Polly Perkins, T. So T Bridge Polly Perkins is 20th of October 2017, obviously with calf at foot, and our sire is Wheaton Diamond Mine. So, being relatively new to Aberdeen Angus, I did a few weeks ago go and ask some of the exhibitors, why do you love these fantastic cows? What is it about them that you, why do you keep them? If you were to start a farm from scratch, why would you put them on? And one of the things they said is that they're fantastic mothers, very maternal and very milky. That was one of the answers I got time and time again. So we've just moved where they're judging the cows at this point. So the cows are now being judged on the far side of the ring. I'll try and get a good shot for you coming down towards the camera. Number 23 coming past your camera, Oakmoor Princess Caroline. And her sire is Come Along and Julius. And she was by Blalick Princess Caroline. Calf obviously a little bit older there. And she is an April 2020 cow. A 2017 cow against a 2020 cow, just for age, if it is interesting. And it is going to 22, with second place 23. So first place, Messrs Evans, and that is Treebridge Polly Perkins. So a little bit of an older cow, a bit more experience there. Of course, our judge could be looking for a lot of different attributes. Balance, top line, udder, locomotion, maybe even a little bit of outlook. Every judge is different. They follow the same sort of script, if you like. They look for similar traits, but for some judges, some traits take priority over others, so you never know what's going to happen on the day. If you've just joined us, Mr. Tunney from Cuddington, Cheshire is our judge today. I have a trusty assistant who's just fetched me a dry catalogue, because I was going to run out of names shortly, as they've all stuck together. Okay, so this is now Class 5, heifer born in 2022. So this is your Y generation, so everything in here will have a Y code. Oh, my trusty assistant's fallen at the first hurdle, bringing me a sheep catalogue, bless. We'll just do what we can for you here today. We're going to have a lot of fun in this rain today. So, in this class, we have 7 entries and 4 forward today. Let's see what our judge decides to do with them. He's not hanging about, he's fairly powering through these classes today. Maybe to the relief of some exhibitors. Okay, so in this class, leading this class round is Mr. R. Grattan's Yearsley Miss Bishampton. Go find yourself somewhere dry with a cup of tea. Go find yourself somewhere dry with a cup of tea. Good. Okay. And up comes Yearsley's Miss Bishampton. Sire here, McCormick Pathfinder. And Dam Crookhill Miss Bishampton. And she was a ewe. All heifers in this class from the Y year. So that's 2022. Our judge is racing through this judging this morning. Rain leaves no time for indecision. Again, I hope any of our American fans watching over the pond, I hope everybody hasn't suffered too much damage over Beryl. I know we complain about the rain here in England, but I appreciate that some people are battling the elements over there, and hurricanes are doing quite a lot of damage over there at the minute. So anybody over in Texas, I hope you're staying safe.
The super class of longhorn cattle here up in judging ring number 1.
I think it blew through last night, and hopefully that'll be the last of it with any luck for you guys.
On or before the 31st of December 21.
Okay, and that's Melanie Affer just leaving with hers, and that's number 28, Foxhill Princess Caroline.
Either in calf or with calf and foot.
Sire there, Kilmalug Eriskate, and Dam Blaylock Princess Caroline T. And that's from Mike and Melanie. Next up, number 26, Braille's Livestock. And this is Braille's Black Bee. We've got Sire there, Braille's Fabulous, and Dam Cheeklaw Black Beth T.
2 rings this year, due to the number of entries. Another of our native breeds, ladies and gentlemen, that's
of course, being one of our native breeds, and originally developed in Aberdeenshire. These cows are hardy and will not be bothered at all by the rain this morning. They do prefer it dry, but of course, built for hardy conditions. They'll be taking this a lot better than their exhibitors this morning. Just like a nice wash to them, really. So number 30, and this is Mr. W. Ashworth's Black Rhodian Empress. And Sire here, the Moss, Mr. Ashton, and Dam Black Rhodian Evita. Wow, what a size. And that would be the youngest heifer in this class. So number 30 was 26th of May 2024. 2024? No, that can't be right. Catalogue must be incorrect there. I think if that was a May 24 calf, I'd be shocked. Sometimes these catalogues catch us out over here. I think that'll be May 23. Okay, 27 from Woodmoss Farming Limited, and this is Mrs. G. Webster. Woodmoss Queen Mother. And doesn't she have something regal about her? Her sire, Ribble Lord James V, and the Moss Queen Mother W. So there we have it. That's the 5 that are forward in this class out of the 7 entries.
That's class number 101, heading out to the Longhorn Judging Ring now, ladies and gentlemen. The next one will be class 102, will be for the 2022 Barn Heifer. Here the Lincoln Red Cattle Judging Ring number 3 are on class number 96, which is for the heifer born on or after 1st of January 2023. From Spilsby, Lincolnshire, he's cast his eye over these cattle in this torrential rain. 3 exhibits there, 581 to 583, making up this class of...
So the Alfreds are pulled into first at the moment, followed by Mrs. Webster. Of course, this is a provisional lineup. The judge has time to reassess and have a look, decide if he's happy with the lineup. He's been pretty decisive in his judging this morning. No wavering, he knows what he's looking for. Of course, if you are at home keeping dry at the moment, there are other outings that you may join us throughout the season. So the Royal Welsh is just coming up in a couple of weeks. Brilliant show, Mid-Wales. It's probably the largest of the 4 big shows. And there you have it. It goes to Mrs. Alford, Mike and Melanie. Second to Woodmoss Farming. Third to Braille's Livestock. Okay, again, so that was first to Foxhill Princess Caroline from Mike and Melanie Alford. Second, Woodmoss Farming, which was Mrs. G. Webster, and that was with Woodmoss Queen Mother Y. And third, Braille's Livestock, Braille's Black Bee Y. And we'll just collect for class 6. So the next class is heifer born in 2023 on or between 1st of January and the 31st of March. Now there's 11 entries forward for this class, so I imagine there'll be a few more to come. Our exhibitors here have multiple heifers in different classes, so they'll probably just be switching over. So for any young viewers out there, the Aberdeen Angus have a very active youth development programme, and it's open to all. So have a look at the website and see what events are near you. I think there's actually an event this Saturday, the 13th of July, and that's at Northumberland College this Saturday, YDP workshop. So the details of that are currently on the website for any young breeders. But if you're not local to Northumberland, there are other youth development programme opportunities coming up. I think the next one after that will be the 20th of July, and that is in Ireland. So if you're across the water, that one might be a little bit more convenient for you. But again, all the details of YDP programmes are on the website.
And entering the long horn judging ring now is class 102, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 2022 barn heifer, exhibit 613 to 618. Schedules there. Class number 102.
Right, number 32 in front of your camera at the moment is from Mr. R. Bishop, Warren Ho Avoria. Given the date, margin in this class, they are all Z heifers. So that would be last year, 2023, was the letter Z. This year we've looped right back round to A, which a lot of you will already know if you're in the UK. If you are watching further afield, drop a little note in the comments box and tell us where you're from. It's always good to look back on this video later and see how far it's reached. Unless, of course, you're sat on a beach in the sun, in which case I don't want to know. Of course I do want to know. I'm sure some of you will be away on holiday but still enjoying some cows on your time off. Okay, 8 forward in this class. And it's worth mentioning the exhibitors here have put a lot of effort into bringing these cattle out, and not just today or yesterday, not just bringing them to the show. This is weeks, if not months worth of work accumulating in the show ring today. Some of these cattle will have been picked out from weeks, if not months old, as show cattle. Of course, some later on. Some don't select for shows until they've grown a little bit. But there is a lot of effort from these exhibitors forward today. And hats off to them, they've done a cracking job of bringing them out. And it's a great display of Aberdeen Angus cattle here today. So up in front of the judge at the moment, number 33 from Mr. T.A. Johnson. And this is Earsley Ellen Erica. January born heifer last year.
Class 96, ladies and gentlemen, in the Lincoln Red classes here in judging ring number 3. It's exhibitor
31 from Mr. and Mrs. Alford again, and this is Foxhill Diamond Mist Z. So here Linton Gilbertine's presidents and Dam Wheaton Diamond Mist.
Class 96. Exhibitor 582, as we say, Williamson with Cornigat Nancy second.
A January born.
Blanca.
And will be the oldest in this class.
class 96. 583, 582, 581.
So for those of you who joined me at the Highland Show, you'll know that we did a top 10 reasons on why to have Aberdeen Angus. So I thought I would continue the instalment today for those of you who are new to live stream events. So I'll count down from 10 today because we did it in a little sporadic order last month, didn't we? So number 10 is future-proofing of your operations, a society built to support the future of the industry, the breed that works as hard as you do. And that's number 10 on our list today. Our society's top 10 reasons to have Aberdeen Angus. So number 34 is in front of you at the moment, and this is from J. Retty. Hillfoot's Evie. She's a Tonley Jester Eric calf. Be the sire of that one. Number 35, again from Woodmoss Farming, Mrs. J. Webster. Also had a heifer in the last class. But this one is Woodmoss Penelope. I imagine quite a popular name at the minute in pop culture. Sire here, Rawburn Ernan. Number 36 is from Mr. Hodge, Rulesmane's Rosebud. The sire here, Blaylock Prince Camelot. I believe a sire mentioned earlier on. As you can see, a wide range of breeding and bloodlines here today. A good collection in the gene pool, which is always healthy in a good breed. The judge, of course, just looking at the locomotion there. It's important that heifers are good on their feet. It's a breed that's built for some hardier conditions as well.
Yeah.
37 is from Mr. W. Taylor, and this is Crookhill Duchess Windsor.
So a bit of a recap for the Lincoln Red Cattle results, ladies and gentlemen.
So number 39 comes up in front of the judge now, from Mr. A. Niche, Roadmead Lady Heather.
Edward Middleton from Spilsby in Lincolnshire, who's our judge for the Lincoln Red Cattle today. Pick number 570, Williamson Tanner.
Sire here, Blaylock Jewel Mine, and the dam Blaylock Lady Heather.
Balkaski Behemoth, number 571, was second from Mr. Betts. Class 94, the cow or heifer in Milkering Calf. born before the 31st December 21. Sudden Yarn Leaf from Mr. Waring. Exhibit 573 was first. And exhibit 574.
So we have a great turnout of spectators today for our exhibitors.
2022 born heifer, that's class 95 with Mr. Page.
Lots of interest in the Aberdeen Angus.
From S. Bianca, that took first prize. Number 576 from Mrs. N. Man with Yarn Hillicora was second. And number 579 from Mrs. S. Buchan with Coy Nancy was third. Same exhibitor taking fourth, Mr. Waring was fifth with number 580, and Mrs. Betts with 577 took sixth prize in that class. The last class you saw in the Lincoln Reds was number 96, which was the 2023 born heifer. And it was Mrs. N. Man with Yarn Hillicora.
Okay, so 8 heifers to put through their paces here and find out where they're going to end up. First, second or third. Where is it going to land today for our exhibitors?
Judging ring number 3.
Our judge is having a good look, making sure he's seen everything he needs to see.
Trying to update a few more Galloway classes in a minute, but earlier on the male champion came from the senior bull class. That was the September 22 born bull, Gage of Romsbosch.
It's Rules Main's Rosebud that is currently pulled into first,
same exhibitor,
followed by Foxhill Diamond Miss. Then Roadmead Lady Heather. There are your podium positions at this point in time.
The cow born from September 21 to August 22 went to Mrs. J.A. Finlay with Black Craig Luncheon D1314, and Mrs. Graham with 447. Black Craig Noreen was second, and Mrs. Wareham's racing second.
Angus are a cattle that always have a really good top line.
444 was fourth.
Consistently good top line.
Try and find some more results from the Galloways there, but the Angus cattle here carrying on their classes here in front of us.
Okay, the way we're positioned today, and I think most of you will have figured this out by now, but we are first is the furthest away from the camera right now, down to the bottom of the line, which is closest. We prefer to be at the other end, but when the judges having a look at cattle and they're coming clockwise, we think it's better that you get a view of the cattle coming towards you. Judge just having a check that he's made the right decision. And there we go, there we have it. First goes to number 36, which is Rules Main's Rosebud from Mr. Hodge. That was first from Mr. Hodge, Rules Main's Rosebud. The sire there, Blaylock Prince Camelot, and the dam, Rules Main's Rosebud. Second place in that class was from Mr. and Mrs. Alford Foxhill Diamond Mist, the sire there Linton Gilbertine's President, and the dam Wheaton Diamond Mist. And third in that class, number 39, and that's from Mr. A. Niche, Roadmead Lady Heather, the sire there Blaylock Jewel Mine, and the dam Blaylock Lady Heather. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors there. And we'll move on swiftly to Class 7 in a moment, which is heifer born in 2023 on or after April 1st. So we've got 8 entries for this. I'm not sure how many will be forward. And I'm going to apologise to you now because I only have half of my piece of paper left. But I will do my best to read what I can to you today. Okay, so time to do next segment in our countdown on 10 reasons why you should keep Aberdeen Angus. And number 9 is ironically that they're number 1. The number 1 brand in the red meat sector, spearheaded by industry leaders at the forefront of the industry. So they are a household name, Aberdeen Angus. When people see Aberdeen Angus on a steak, they think of quality, they think it's going to be good meat. And our exhibitors here and breeders that use Aberdeen Angus, they've got that reputation to uphold as well. So I know a lot of you out there are working hard with this, but the quality needs to be there all of the time. And they do a good job, and they have a good reputation for a reason. And as I previously said, not just a popular meat to have in the UK, but across in the US and further afield. It's a worldwide brand of quality meat. I'm sure all of you members out there are very proud of that you're a producer of quality. Okay, there we have it, our heifer born in 2023, waiting in the wings. And they're on the way out. The judge just taking a little respite in the corner under an umbrella. And we're ready to get underway again with our young heifer class. First into the ring, Mr. and Mrs. Alford's Gretna House Eva's Honey. Not her first show this season. Many of the cattle here today will have been out either at the Highland or more local shows.
So we can also give you a full update now for the rest of the Galloway cattle classes. This is for cow born on or after the 1st of September 22. Our judge, Mr. Harvey from Glasgow. 5-1, Mr. MJ.
And huge congratulations to our exhibitors here, because we've got 8 entries and 8 forward. Fabulous turnout.
Exhibit 415 was third. The group of 3 animals that was run by Mr. MJ Ross. And the pair of animals, it was Mr. D.L. Watson, Mr. 455. Took first prize in that class. J. Ross with 457 second, and Mr. the champion prize for the junior Galloway for 451.
Okay, so first heifer up in this class is Sire Woodmead Primero and Dam Gretna Eva's Honey U.
Number 451 for Mr. Ross was the breed champion there for the Galloways. Congratulations to all. Thank you to Mr. Harvey.
This is a March
with the judge as well.
2023 heifer. Number 43 on the approach now, and that's Mr. A. Hodge with Rules Means Priceless. Priceless sire is a Blaylock Lord Hertford. And Dam Rules Means Priceless and T generation. Now, if you are overseas and thinking of coming to visit us here at the Great Yorkshire in next year or the year after, I think that is a fabulous idea. You usually get much better weather than today. So there are a number of airports you can fly into locally and come across to Harrogate via public transport. It's maybe not as easy to visit here short term as it is to fly into the Highland at Edinburgh because they're next to the airport there. But this is a really beautiful show, and Yorkshire is a lovely, lovely county to come and tour around. Some very magical places to visit. Some great livestock. Great rural countryside as well. So if you're coming from overseas, make a trip of it. See a bit of the Yorkshire Dales while you're here. And come and join us at the show in years to come. The Yorkshire used to be a 3-day show. It's now extended to 4 days. So we run from Tuesday to Friday here.
He's judging today in class number 4 for the Cowie Mill Green Calf, born before the 1st of January 22. Freebridge Polly Perkins from Mrs. Evans, exhibit 22 was first, and Oakmoor Princess Caroline, exhibit 23 for Mr. Atkinson was second.
Okay, that just going past your screen there was Braille's Livestock, Idvi's Elsa. The sire there, Duncan Menzie Mere Jacobite.
Woodmoss Queen Mother.
Dunkenzie Mere Jacobite, apologies for the mispronunciation. And Idvi's Elstrom is the dam. 45 is from Mr. W. Taylor, and this is Crookhill Miss Bliss. Sire here, Linton Gilbertine's President, and dam, Crookhill Miss Bliss. And I believe this is where I'm going to have to apologise to the rest of the exhibitors because I have no page left in the book. It's disintegrated in the rain, I'm afraid, so I can't help too much with names going forward. For our final, I believe there might be 3 exhibitors left, 4 maybe. So I must apologise. But again, it's one of these things when we're battling the elements today. In the meantime, let's continue our countdown. So, number 8, longevity. No other breed can provide the longevity that Aberdeen Angus can, ensuring optimal payback on your investment.
6 from the heifer born in 2023.
And you can see that here, particularly in our older cow classes. You know, you still had a lot of quality in the older animals. It's not just quality in the youth of the breed. You can see aged, experienced, mature cows bringing quality, winning classes, and still producing efficiently and quality calves.
Erica from Mr. T.A. Johnson, exhibit 33, was 5th, and 6th. Woodmoss Penelope from the Woodmoss Farming, and the 35 was 6th.
The winner of Class 4 was a good example of that, and that was from Messrs Evans, Treebridge Polly Perkins, and she'll be out in the female championship just shortly after this class. Oh, my trusty assistant has returned with a catalogue page that works. Coming towards you now is number 49, Messrs Evans, and this is Treebridge Estella. An August-born heifer, side by Treebridge Patterson, Dam Treebridge Estella V. So while you're just watching Treebridge Estella Z on your screen there, I'll just tell you that the previous heifer there was from Mr. T.A. Johnson, Yearsley Easton Ann. And prior to that, 47, the other one that I couldn't quite read far enough for, 47 was from Miss Swires. So that's third from the rear there. And that's Crag Miss Evergold. Fourth from the rear there, also Miss J. Swires, Crag Lady Lyra.
Ladies and gentlemen, here in the Lincoln Red Ring, we have our judge, Mr. Edmund Middleton. He's getting out the championship. He's just going to give us a few words here before he picks his champion. Give him a few more seconds to deliberate on this.
Good morning, everybody. Firstly, I'd like to thank the Great Yorkshire Show for inviting me to judge at Lincoln Red, I think. The weather's just about drying up a bit. The show of cattle today. Thank you very much. Females especially, real cow makers amongst them.
Okay, so a really good strong class of young heifers here.
Types, sizes, as you'd expect, but on the whole, very, very good show. We're down to the championship now, and I'm about to place my overall show champion. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Edward. Thank you for those words.
And currently it is the Alfords that are in first place with the Great House Ava's Honey. Again, a heifer that did well at the Highland a month ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is Mr. Cockrell, who is present
Braille's Livestock currently in second at the moment. Idvi's Ilza.
Second now Pixie's reserve champion.
And Miss Swires coming in third there. Crag Miss Evergold.
And now he takes 583, which also was a winner in his class there. That was number 583 for Messrs. Mann.
48 next in, Mr. T.A. Johnson from Yearsley Easton Anne.
The champion bull there was number 570 from
43 next in, Mr. Hodge with Rules Means Priceless.
Round of applause,
46, Miss Swires with Crag Lady Lyra. 49 next, Evans, Messrs. Evans with Treebridge Estella. And then finally, Dr. Taylor with Crook Hill Miss Bliss. That is your line-up at the moment for this final class.
And all you breeds that are showing this morning, remind you, Friday is the return of the People's Choice. Chris Berry. And that competition for
And we've got a
many
swap
years,
on.
on the Thursday as well. Back,
I think the first swap of the day.
back in the day when we were a 3-day show, he was his good friend Mike, ran the People's Choice, and it's a bit of fun.
So that's Yearsley Easton Anne moving up into third. Well, Crag Miss Evergold moves down into fourth.
Based on their information and the theme, the fancy dress they've got on, it's all a good bit of fun to raise the profile of this great British beef industry to the public. Friday's very public day as we get to the fourth day of the show. People are about, so we'd like as many breeds as possible to get involved with that competition. The competition that Chris started with the late Mike Keeble, who commentated on these cattle rings for many a year, but started with Mike quite a lot of years ago, with the help of all these great British breeds. So we look forward to that again.
So that's Treebridge Estella moving up a place, while Crag Lady Lyra moves down. And there it is, number 42, Gretna House Eva's Honey coming in first. Braille's Livestock in second. And Mr. T.A. Johnson in third. So Gretna House Eva's Honey, your winner in that class. Sire there, Roadmead Primero, and Dam, Gretna House, Ava's Honey, you. Thanks. So congratulations there to Mr. and Mrs. Alford, who are having a great show this morning. Collecting up a few tickets. So the ticket order in the UK, we traditionally have first place is signified by red tickets, second place blue, third place yellow, and fourth place green. Traditionally, not always, but I always like to tell you on the live stream the order that we do things here in Britain, as I'm aware that in the US blue can sometimes be taken as first place. But definitely in the UK we have red as our first place ticket colour. So shortly as we move into the female championship, you'll see our cattle coming out with red tickets. Okay, so moving on, we still have our group of 3 to come, and a pair. However, sometimes it's the judge and steward's discretion on whether we do championships first or whether we do group of 3 pairs next. It is in the catalogue that we'll be expecting the group of 3 next. And I see some people waiting in the wings down there in Shed G. So our cattle's in Shed G and F. And for those of you who are hawk-eyed, you can see Aberdeen Angus Cattle Society sign between the 2 sheds. In there is a little, what we would call a bothy, or a small shed, a side room if you like, that usually supplies tea and coffee and some snacks and maybe something a little bit stronger later in the day. So the members are always welcome to pop into these little bothies and socialise and spend some time celebrating, or warming up in this case. Also in the distance there, for those of you who are eagle-eyed, you'll see Robert, our Aberdeen Angus CEO over there. Robert's involved in quite a few different committees in the world of agriculture, representing Aberdeen Angus across the UK. He works very efficiently with all the other breed societies as well. A very well known figure in agriculture in the UK, Robert. So we're just about to figure out whether we're getting group of 2, group of 3, or we're getting the championships.
Tapped up as the female champion, and for Mr. Grant McDonald, Linton exception. The 626 has gone forward there as the reserve female championship. So number 615 from the Stanley.
Our neighbours today have been the Lincoln Red, but they've powered through their judging pretty quickly and they're coming to the concluding classes as well. In this slot of judging this morning, the 9:30 slot, it is all of the native cattle that are being shown this morning. So elsewhere on the showground we will have beef shorthorn, also being covered by Robert Smith live stream photography today. So if you're interested in shorthorns, I'm sure you can hop on over to their channel after we're done here, and you can join Robert and Helen. Currently today I'm Kirsty, I'm your commentator for today, and I've got an able assistant today, which is a novelty for me. I'm joined by Fiona, who is assisting me because of the troubles that we've had with the weather. I think she was aiming for a cup of tea this morning and she's been dragged in, but I'm very, very grateful to have an assistant today. It's very helpful.
In the Lincoln Red classes, they've still got some groups.
But amongst the British show circuit, we find that we come across, we have friends and family that are always willing to chip in and help, even fellow exhibitors, colleagues, everybody's willing to chip in and help, and it's a really good jovial atmosphere. Always that can come down. Oh, we're back. There we go. Yes, there's always a competitive edge on the showground, but the demeanour is always jovial and everybody's upbeat and willing to help, pitch in and help to have a good show.
Never heard this one before, but this morning somebody pointed out to me that July last year, July 2023, had 2 moons. The gentleman was telling me.
So I believe at the moment, from what we have in the ring, I think we'll be doing Junior Female Championship. Number 27 was from Class 5, and that was a heifer born in 2022. Also coming past your screen now, number 36, and that was a Class 6 heifer born in 2023. And then 42, and that was your Class 7 winner, heifer in 2023, after April. So I believe this will be your Junior Championship now, your Junior Female Championship, apologies. So we have Woodmoss Queen Mother leading the three here today. The Y generation. Class 6 we've got number 36, and that's Rules Means Rosebud. And then Great House Eva's Honey.
With farming schemes taking hefty sheep off the fells and hills in the northern
The winner of our cow class, class 4, just coming into the ring there as well. Number 22. And she was Treebridge Polly Perkins. And number 28, and that was the winner of class 5, Foxhill Princess Caroline.
A friend of mine from the northern area was telling us when we talked about losing rural skills in rural communities. And he pointed out to me that a farmer doesn't just farm and produce livestock or produce crops, they're quite a multi-skilled person.
So female championship.
They're a farmer, they're a builder,
apologies, female championship.
they're a waller, quite often they're a roofer, mending a shed. They're an electrician when something goes wrong and needs to put something back together.
Mike and Melanie Alford having 2 entries in this class.
They're a mechanic.
They've done very well this morning. Number 36, belonging to Mr. A. Hodge. And Messrs. Evans with Treebridge Polly Perkins at the top there.
It's all about producing food to the table. That is the primary purpose. But farmers have a great many skills.
So they're lined up in age order at this point in time. This is not a first to fourth situation like our previous classes. The judge will have a look at them in age order and then tap out a winner for champion and reserve. So 2 prizes up for grabs in this class, but they're not placed in any particular order at the present time.
The thing about rural communities, ladies and gentlemen, is that the farmers there producing, I've just mentioned a long list of jobs that they do. They're quite often down the local garage, the local agricultural supply place, all sorts of places in the local community where people come to settle a tractor or come to do a bit of walling if that's what they want. Lots and lots of people in rural communities get work from the farmers, and it is very, very important.
Our judge will be giving this careful consideration because this will be our female champion. We'll go head to head with our male champion shortly.
The work off the back of everything that's done on that farmland to keep rural communities strong.
Of course, our male champion for Rules Means Pedro from Mr. A. Hodge. Also, somebody who's had a very good day at the show today.
And the money is swilling around in the local economies, in the local towns and villages. So it's very important that we do support the British farmers, ladies and gentlemen. That will help support our British countryside.
There you go, number 42, and that is Great House Eva's Honey. Your female champion today from Mike and Melanie Alford. As I said, a heifer that's done quite well in the show season so far. Following in a Great House Eva's Honey there is Idvi's Ilsa, and that's from Braille's Livestock. And that was the second place in that class. Oh, but reserve goes to number 36 from Mr. Hodge. Good day for Mr. Hodge. So your reserve female champion there was Rules Means Rosebud. And the sire there, Blaylock Prince Camelot, Dam, Rules Means Rosebud, you.
The pair of animals was won by number 585, Mrs. H. Williamson. And the junior championship was to 583.
believe it or not, as we get to the championship, it's the rain is slowing down. It's not quite as heavy as it was. There might be some hope for this afternoon's classes, which I believe are commercial cattle this afternoon. I think it's the commercial cattle. So there'll be a lot of interest in those classes this afternoon. Tomorrow morning we also have the Continentals. I will be covering the British Shirley tomorrow up here, so you can join me for that. I know that a lot of Aberdeen Angus breeders also have Shirleys as well, quite often work in harmony together.
Supreme champion in the Longhorns went to number 6.
Right, in the meantime, let's do another countdown of top 10 reasons why you would have Aberdeen Angus. And we're at number 7, hardiness and efficiency. The breed is adaptable to your resources and the unpredictable weather. How apt today. Converting low-cost feed to high-quality product. And you will have noticed today that our cows are less bothered by the rain than we are, so they are definitely showing their hardy nature. Number 6, money well spent. Aberdeen Angus allows for a medium-sized cow with high weaning percentage, meaning more kilograms weaned for every pound spent. They're a very efficient cow. Photographers regularly say that once they get the cattle standing, it's usually the humans that they need to get to keep their eyes open and smile. Everybody's so concentrated on the cattle.
Well done to all the Longhorn.
They forget to smile themselves.
Thank you very much for coming here to the Great Yorkshire Show with great numbers of you.
Right, moving into top 5. Top 5 reasons to have Aberdeen Angus cattle.
South Devon cattle will be coming out shortly.
Great maternal ability, calving, vigour, milk, high weaning, weight percentage. Aberdeen Angus cows process unbeatable maternal attributes. And you can see that with our cows that have been out today.
Fiona's looking a little wet here in the Angus lines. Hello, Fiona. Alright, lads. Good to see you.
Okay, so we'll just be waiting for, I believe we'll do the overall championship before the group of 3 and then the group of 2, or pairs. So we'll just give the stewards a minute to rustle up the cattle that are needed for this championship. Oh, we may as well move on to number 4, versatility. You can manage Aberdeen Angus cattle to suit your own business objectives. Whoop! Nearly lost the camera, but we're okay. The cattle adapt, so you don't have to. Nearly turned into Mary Poppins there. Camera, umbrella, everything went, but we've got that. I do promise it is a rare occurrence that we end up with weather like this at the Yorkshire. I'm sure I've got sunburnt here more times than I've got damp. Okay, and they're waiting in the wings and coming out into the ring for the championship. So this is what you've all been waiting for this morning. I know we got off to a sticky start, but this is the good stuff. This is what we want to see. Okay, we have a ring commentator this morning. I'm sure you'll pick some of that up from my mic as well. Ted, our ring commentator. So we have live commentary here in the ring supplied by the Yorkshire Show, and then the Aberdeen Angus Cattle Society hire people like me to talk to you for 2 hours or 3 hours. I'm sure you love my voice by the end of it. So our judge, Mr. Tunney, this morning from Cheshire, about to carry out his championship class. So number 14 there, your male champion, which was rules means Pedro, mentioned just a moment ago. And his reserve male champion behind. Reserve male was number 4, Oakmoor Boss. And then from the females, we had Gretna House Ava's Honey from Mr. and Mrs. Alford. And then rules means Rosebud. So there are your male champion, female champion, and reserve male champion and reserve female champion. Our judge having a good look up and down. So just a reminder, because you didn't get a lot of the bulls this morning because of our technical issues. So our male champion today was rules means Pedro, and he was March born 2023, sire Blaylock Prince Camelot, and dam rules means Princess V generation. And our reserve male champion that stood in front of you today was Oakmoor Boss, and he was April 2022 bull by sire Wedderley Osprey and dam Oakmoor Beauty U. So a little bit of information on some of our earlier classes today that we were struggling to bring to you. And there it goes to Gretna House Ava's Honey, which is owned by Mike and Melanie Afford, so great day for them. So it's between the reserve female or the male champion. Having a good look at Pedro up the top there. Where's it going? It's going to the male champion. So our reserve overall champion is rules means Pedro. Sire Blaylock Prince Camelot, and rules means Princess V. And that is your reserve champion today.
Number 42 from the Alford family, Gretna House Ava's Honey, took the junior championship, and number 14, Rules-Means Pedro was the male champion too.
So right from the start today, our Mr. Hodge and Mr. and Mrs. Alford have been competing head on head. They've both had incredibly successful days today, but ultimately it goes to the Alfords. Of course, some of you might recognise the Alfords from other breeds. They've got a collection of different cattle and sheep breeds. Very experienced stocksman.
No, that's it.
Our lovely photographer Catherine's decided head-on photos are good for today, and then they'll get them all out when it's drier tomorrow for proper stand-up photos.
Female champion, the Alphas there, and the reserve junior champion was the
Again, if you're looking for many of the photos from the session today, check out McGregor Photography. They have a website and a Facebook page, and the Aberdeen Angus photos should be up in the next few days, so keep an eye on their page. They'll also cover a lot of the other cattle and sheep over the next few days, so worth keeping an eye out.
It's been nice getting through these classes, some quality cattle throughout them. We got to the end here, and I picked out a heifer that's just, to me, a real outstanding example of an Aberdeen Angus. Got that breed character at the front end, softness of flesh, moved really well, just nice quarter sort of size. And the females were very, very strong today. This is just amazing. Fantastic little Angus heifer. Pulled out in the reserve place here, junior bull. There was a close pick there between the junior bull and junior heifer. This bull walking towards you, he looks like a proper Angus bull. He's got a beautiful head. He's got that nice white muzzle, short face, narrow enough through his shoulders. If you could rely on him being easy calving. Real length on his top line. Beautiful line on him. He's one of the 3 movement bulls today, and yeah, to me it was the bit of breed character that put him up because of the other heifers. I'm pretty pleased with these pair, and that's champion
Okay, so that was a little bit of commentary there from our judge, just saying that he felt like the heifer was a great specimen of an Aberdeen Angus, really good example of the breed. Had a softness of flesh and really enjoyed her size, felt that she was a proper representation of an Aberdeen Angus heifer. When it came to the bull, although the bull had a flashy head, he also had a good size of shoulders, and he thought he would be a really good, easy calving bull.
In the lower judging rings, he's also the...
So our judge really picking out there for ease of management and economy in his Aberdeen Angus today, which is what the breed is about. So that brings me to our top 3 reasons to have Aberdeen Angus. Well, we're just getting these photos of the champion and reserve. Number 3, correct for the market. There is no breed in such demand which is easy finished at the correct weight. Number 2 today, high growth rates. A perfect blend of production, quality and fertility paired with unrivaled growth rates. And you can really see that today in the cattle that have been out. They are universally good cattle to have. You know, you can see that they're going to have quality production, easy management, not oversized, but getting your money's worth. But number 1, well, we've watched this lap of honour, and reasons why you would have Aberdeen Angus, is strong and growing demand. Like we talked about before, it's the quality of the brand, isn't it? Aberdeen Angus command a premium price, and this is not going to change as the breed's demand continues to grow. Oh, we're moving into the group of 3 now. Thought we were going for a lap of honour first. I think they've skipped the lap of honour given the conditions today. Shout out again to Fiona, my trusty assistant, who is now holding the camera down while we conclude the judging today. So we have a group of 3 from Foxhill coming forward, and a group of 3 from Mr. Hodge already in the ring, and the last group of 3 from Mr. Bishop.
number 42.
This class is always a great spectacle.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're moving to some,
So the rules for the group of 3 today: property of the same exhibitor, so they must be owned by the same exhibitor, open to animals already entered and shown in the section, so they must have been shown already, and the winner of this class will go forward for the group's championship on the Friday of the show.
Sorry to tell you, Owen, about 10 minutes after you finish judging, I think it's going to stop raining.
Our commentator's thinking that the rain's going to stop in 10 minutes after the showing. I think that's optimism. Optimism today. Anyway, rain only goes skin deep, and as many of you will be farmers out there and know, work goes on, rain, hail or shine. Ooh. Although the championship is the big finale, almost the judging, these classes of group of 3 are such a spectacle to watch. They really demonstrate the breadth of all of the judging, a range of ages and sexes, and it really is a spectacle to watch at the end. So I think quite often overlooked, but sometimes some of the best classes come from group of 3.
Quite a few Greek societies just in that region there. The Galloways, the Belgian Galloways have got marquees. Basics there, but also a lot of the societies as well have offices, refreshments, facilities, and bars here on the end of the lines there. So if you want to find out more information about any of these societies, then pop into those rooms there, or away just at the bottom of the judging lines here. There are some camp societies there with the trade stand as well. If you go bob in, so you find out a bit more about what's going on in the society.
Oh, and look at that! It's a win for Mr. Hodge, Mr. A. Hodge of the groups today, I believe. It was, wasn't it?
That's the Hodge team there who've taken the group of 3.
And Alfred's in second. Mr. Bishop third. And great job to the exhibitors for getting these cattle out. And they still look splendid in these conditions because they're built for being in these conditions. There you go. There's a competitive spirit, but at the end of the day, all the exhibitors get on really well. And I'm sure that in a few hours' time, you'll find them, once they've all dried off and the cattle are washed down, they'll all be sitting around celebrating together. The show circuit is a great place for camaraderie and friendship. Exhibitors meet up from all over the country.
Still with the Aberdeen Angus cattle, Lincoln Reds and Longhorns, followed by
The Alfords in front of your camera right now, for example, all the way from Devon. And of course they've shown at the Highlands just a few weeks ago.
This morning, the lower stock lines, and at 1 o'clock, the commercial cattle come out.
So this is a group of 2, the pairs.
The commercial cattle.
A few more entries out for a pair of animals, so you'll have seen some of the animals will have cast off and head back to the sheds, while the pairs remain. We've got 9 entries in the pairs. I don't imagine all 9 pairs will be out today, but we'll see how many are forward.
rings out of Solaires, British Blue, British Limousin and British Cement. Thursday turns attention to championships and groups. You've got the interbreed beef groups, junior beef champion, supreme beef champion, up here in the upper goods ring at 9:30, where we welcome well-known person on the shore circuit, Mr. Boomer Birch. Boomer very, very well known around beef cattle judging, pedigree lines, all around the country. Also have the dairy blind good pairs, dairy young stock handlers on Thursday. On Friday, the blind
Our judge involved, trying to get ears forward on the cattle here.
Phil Holbeck from Norbeck Genetics will be undertaking that.
Remember the windows in the
recorders.
Remember the windows in.
As ever, the young handlers, very important. The young people are given a chance in this showing world. Friday morning is when the young handlers in the lower judging rings will come out. For
Okay, and we're getting underway with our pairs. So this is our last class of the day.
The young handlers judge is Mr. Young. Now comes the pairs class. Here's the Angus cattle.
So you can make the most of it. Well, we're still here this morning. Again, a great demonstration of the cattle that was seen today, because you get a mixture of sexes and ages, and it's an open class. Again, the rules for this class are that the animals must be property of the same exhibitor, but they don't necessarily need to have been bred by the exhibitor. And the animals must have been shown in the breed section. But the winner of this class will be eligible for the Peers Championship on Friday.
This is the pair of animals, class number 9, ladies and gentlemen. 7 exhibits here. Up in judging ring number 1 is the groups in the longhorn cattle. Ryan Rag, our judge there. Some very, very strong classes of cattle this morning, the longhorns, ladies and gentlemen. They're always very, very well supported here at the Great Yorkshire Show.
Okay, so 7 entries forward of the 9 today. Of course, in pairs judging, it doesn't necessarily mean that the winners make the best pair. This is the best pair of animals. In this case, our winners are up the top, but our other competitors will bring animals out because they might believe they've got a better pair. So you're looking for a pair of animals that complement each other, that look like a nice set, but are good quality in themselves as well.
Many younger people are attracted to start keeping them as pedigree animals, but also
Much easier to match Aberdeen Angus with the similar colours.
these animals as well.
Although we've not seen any Red Angus here today, there are Red Angus. We saw a good show of some Red Angus at the Highland Show a few weeks ago.
Partners in the UK meat chain. Adding value to Aberdeen Angus beef, making this breed one of the first choice for many people, not only in the UK supermarket but also across the dairy industry as well.
If you are in the UK and want to catch some Angus showing local to yourselves, if you hop onto the Aberdeen Angus website, if you just Google Aberdeen Angus Society, Cattle Society, you'll get the Society website, and the show dates are all listed on there. So everything from your one-day shows, I think Echt's this week. But yeah, the dates for all for some of the one-day shows are on there as well. So, as well as the larger one, as I previously mentioned, Royal Welsh coming up. If you've also got sheep, that is a spectacle. I think nearly every single sheep breed in the UK is shown at the Royal Welsh, almost. And at last count, I think we have about 95 breeds of sheep in the UK. So cattle are fabulous and of great quality, but that's an added bonus for the Royal Welsh. Also renowned for its main ring events of the Royal Welsh and its display of cob horses. But there we have it. So a pair of animals has been won by Mr. Hodge. Again, having a great day, Mr. Hodge. Pretty much everything but the championship today, which goes to the Alfords, and they are in second place for this class.
Try and find out the results of the Longhorn classes for you shortly.
Well, that's all from us today. I'll leave this running while we see all of our cattle out here today, because it is such a spectacle. But a shout out to all of our judge first and foremost, because he's done a fantastic job, and he hasn't had our exhibitors hanging around waiting in this weather. He's been efficient in his choices today, which has been brilliant. Also, great thanks to our stewards who've been trying to keep everything running smoothly. And to everybody else, and hats off to the exhibitors. Big round of applause for our exhibitors today. So again, if you've got Shirley cattle and you're interested in watching the judging tomorrow, we'll be kicking off, I believe, at 9:30. Hopefully with better conditions and IT that's running. And you can join me tomorrow, Kirsty, for the Shirley judging. I believe there'll always also be Simmental and Limousine judging on tomorrow as well, and our continental classes first thing in the morning. So check out a few of the different channels. I'm sure there'll be live streaming available. But for now, I'm going to wish you all a really good day and sign off from myself and my trusty assistant Fee, because we're going to go and get dry. Have a great day, everyone.